Hello, gamer. My name is Sweet Weepy, or you can call me Sweetie, and this is my first video. If you're seeing this, this is my very first ever official YouTube video. If you've seen my old videos on this channel that are now unlisted, no, you didn't. This is the start of this channel. I wanted to hop on YouTube and make a video about my handheld gaming consoles because I recently started posting TikToks about my 3DS and my DS, and it has inspired me to finally start up the YouTube channel that I have dreamed of starting. My preface to this video is that this is going to be a memory lane style video, so I will be sharing my own personal experiences of how and why I got these specific consoles. So if that's your jam, then let's get into it. So we are starting off strong with a classic that was not my first handheld console, but it is the first one that I still have in my possession. So the iconic, oh, this case is so beat up. The iconic Nintendo DS Lite. Can you guess what color I have? It's not the pink one. You were wrong based on this room. I know you would guess the pink one, but I have the blue one. This is my DS Lite. I loved playing on my DS Lite. I actually still have the original box I got it in, which is something I'm pretty proud of, which I didn't even know that I had this box until I moved this year, and I found it buried deep in my closet of all my other things from my childhood. One regrettable mention is that I no longer have the original stylus for this. As you can see, this one sticks out like a sore thumb, but I'm just grateful that this is still in great working condition despite being, I can only imagine 17, no, more than that. No, probably 17 years old. Probably I got this 17 years ago, I could imagine. So, wow, go me. Yeah, the Nintendo DS Lite was my introduction to a lot of game franchises that I really love still to this day. Like Animal Crossing Wild World was my first Animal Crossing game. New Super Mario Bros. Was my first Mario game. Cooking Mama was my first Cooking Mama game. This console in particular had, in my opinion, one of the best multiplayer experiences. It amazes me that this was the, I guess, first and last Nintendo console to have multiplayer available for certain games when you only have one game cartridge. Like, that is something that I think can't really be beat as far as like value goes, especially, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I did not have many DS games. So if I knew someone who had a game like Mario Party DS or Mario Kart DS or New Super Mario Bros. DS, I would be able to experience that game despite owning none of them. How cool is that? One of my favorite features of the Nintendo DS is PictoChat. That was genuinely such a key feature. I think I just have so many memories of staying up in the middle of the night in a PictoChat chat room with my sister who was in the next room, and we were just sending messages to each other really late, pretending we were asleep when our parents walked by the door. So yeah, I don't know. I think that that was one of my fondest memories about Nintendo DS is just the local wireless memories I shared with my sister and family friends and just all of that. One of my other favorite features about this DS in particular is that it has the backwards compatibility for Game Boy Advance games. Considering I do not any longer have a Game Boy Advance, this has come in handy. All right, next up Next up, we have my personal favorite, my everyday carry, the handheld console I love the most. We have the Nintendo 3DS XL, my favorite. And yes, actually, I do have, I do have XL of this color, not LL. All right, so I promised memory lane style, and I have the most memories with this because I got this when I was 17 years old. Bought one used from GameStop. Fun fact, this is actually not the first one that I bought used from GameStop. I had dropped the original 3DS XL that I had purchased from GameStop down a flight of stairs in this cushy case, and somehow it still managed to be useless. So I very frantically redeemed my warranty and got this one. For context of why I purchased this in 2017, which is kind of a random year to get into 3DS because that was like really like the end of 3DS, close to it anyways. I was getting into Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which got me back on Animal Crossing Wild World, which then inspired me to want to get into Animal Crossing New Leaf. And I am so thankful that I had gotten into Animal Crossing New Leaf at that time, because it really was a like golden era of Animal Crossing in my opinion. There was such a thriving New Leaf design community and online trading community that was prior to the, what is it called for New Horizons, Nookazon era. Prior to the Nookazon era, we had just Instagram and Tumblr trading communities that were wholesome as shit. And that one website, what was that one website called? Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I'll insert it. I will insert it when I remember. This console also got me into playing Zelda games for the first time. I had never played any Zelda games on my other consoles, and I picked up a copy of Ocarina of Time 3D, and it was an incredible experience. Something I also love about 3DS is Street Pass. If you know me or if you follow me on TikTok and have seen my Street Pass videos, you know this already. I love Street Pass so much. I tend to bring my 3DS out with me to all the conventions that I go to, and I've even had the experience of running into the same 3DSs on my journeys to different cons. That makes it just feel like a small world. It really makes life feel like, oh shit, like I'm not doing this by myself. Like, there's so many people out there who are into the same things as me, going out to these same places as me, and we don't know each other, but we love the same things, and that makes me so happy. So the next one I'm about to bring up is not a handheld console solely, but I used it solely handheld. So Nintendo Switch. I mean, they do make the official handheld version, which is the Switch Lite. I purchased a Nintendo Switch because you guys probably could guess, I love Animal Crossing. So I got this in 2019. Pretty much bought this as an Animal Crossing machine, but when I bought it, Animal Crossing was not out yet. So I played a lot of Super Smash Bros. I played Minecraft on here, weirdly enough. Stardew Valley was huge for me, and Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was a really great game for me to get into, and actually, luckily enough, I have yet to play Tears of the Kingdom, and I was gifted Tears of the Kingdom for Christmas, so that's definitely something that's going to be on my list of upcoming games to check out, because it's not new to the world, but it's new to me, so I'm very excited to jump into Tears of the Kingdom. My most recent handheld purchase has been a Nintendo 2DS, and I really like this console. Obviously, it has the iconic cheese block shape, which I find charming, and I actually purchased this console for the specific reason of jailbreaking it because, as you probably know, if you're watching this video and you have an interest in handheld gaming, you might know that the Nintendo eShop for 3DS Family Systems has shut down last year in 2023, and actually this year in 2024 they finally shut down the servers for online play. So there are ways to still access these features, but it requires a little bit of hacking, rewiring, jailbreaking, and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to eventually delve into that, and maybe that's something I'll talk about on here once I finally get it working. Is downloading other software on this so that I can download other games. A feature that I find extra charming about charming, the puns, that I find extra charming or useful is the sleep slider, because even though this can't close shut, I appreciate that you can still put it into sleep mode, because that's something that I really liked from 3DS Family Systems versus the Nintendo DS systems. Is like, yeah, when you shut your Nintendo DS, it goes into like its own version of sleep mode that's like a little bit low power. But something I noticed as a kid was not all games would go into that sleep mode. So sometimes you would just have a dead DS and you didn't know why, but it's because the game didn't go into sleep mode. Don't ask me about that because I don't really know that well. But this one, no need to worry because you can still put it in sleep mode even though you can't shut it, which is nice. So yeah, I love the 2DS. I think it's such a sleek design. It's very user-friendly, and it's honestly not uncomfortable to hold. When the 2DS came out, it was supposed to be like a more affordable version of the 3DS that you can just pick up and play, because why not? If you wanted to just check out some 3DS games, but if you didn't want to invest in something expensive as the new 3DS XL or something like that, you could just pick up the 2DS for quite a cheaper price. I mean, I know for a fact that back then they would have crazy sales on these, and I'm really sad that I missed them because I could have such a more fruitful collection. But you win some, you lose some. So that's it. I really hope you enjoyed hearing about my handheld consoles. I love talking about them. I love sharing them. I'm gonna make another video of all my physical games because I just feel like that deserves its own dedicated video. But I just wanted to say thanks for watching if you watched this far. I want to post a lot more on here and just get better at talking about my favorite hobby, which is handheld gaming. I'll see you soon in my next video, and if you want, I also stream Elden Ring on Twitch, so maybe follow my Twitch if you like Elden Ring. But comment down below, what is your favorite handheld gaming console? Is it a Nintendo one? Is it a PS Vita? Who knows? Tell me.